I grew up in a Presbyterian church in Tallahassee.
It was called Aversboro Road Baptist, and I went there ever since I was 2.
My parents came from China, so my religious background is very, very minimum. It's a situation where I didn't grow up in a religious household.
The first time I heard the title of the book, Unbinding Your Soul, a study in prayer and community and evangelism, I was terrified, actually, because I feel that prayer and evangelism are some things that I've always kind of shied away from because they make you vulnerable. And so I was really nervous to do the study, but excited too because I knew I was going to grow from it.
I think that was me. I think I was one of those people that didn't really know about it, and then I heard the pitch, and then like I said, I got those first couple days, past me where I just had to, I have to wake up. You get into it, like you really do, like, and the passages and then the quotes on the side, like you actually want to come up with your own quotes for those stories, and you actually want to like figure out, oh well, how does this fit in my life?
Reading the Bible the first time was really a shock.
It was definitely something bigger than me at all. That didn't make any sense, but it was bigger than me.
Praying for the first time was challenging, but not. The difficulty wasn't that it was unnatural.
And then you take it to the group meetings or you take it to your prayer partner meetings, and you really get to figure out, like, wow, that story meant a lot to me, but it meant even more to you, or that story meant a lot to me, but it was completely different for you. How did you interpret that from that passage?
I guess the biggest thing for me growing up in a family that was not religious is how you're able to balance life and faith.
I do like the fact that you get to sit there and think about something for like a minute or 2 minutes before you respond, because several items or several experiences came through my head, and having to choose one.
One person said, well, wait, what does it mean to be in a relationship with God? What is that like? And at that moment, I was just like, how do I explain it in 30 seconds or in a minute of what God is and who God is and how I, am in a relationship with God? Like, you think about, like, maybe that sounds crazy to somebody. I don't know.
For this study, or just throughout my life, throughout my family's life, I guess we've gathered strength from ourselves, from each other, from the family, and a big thing for me was a big question I always had my whole life is, why do you need religion? Why do you need faith? Why do you need strength? Why, what does it mean to be saved, to be rescued?
And at the moment, felt like I was totally inadequate. But I realized, like, in those moments, that's where God can use me.
Or that's how I lead my life, very career-oriented and very goal-oriented. Understanding how religion and faith and life balance together was very, very tough, and it's a question I've always had.
And then sometimes you'll sit there and you'll think, nothing comes to your mind. And then all of a sudden something comes to mind, like, that has nothing to do with this. Why am I thinking about this? And then you share it with the group, and somebody goes, I really responded well to that. And you're like, how? It had nothing to do with it. And it doesn't make a lot of sense, but at the same time it works.
So after talking to the group about these things, what you realize is you can't figure out, you can't truly understand if what you're doing is right or wrong. Sometimes you worry too much about it, or your heart is just not at ease about it. But after talking and doing this group study, one of the things that I realize is it's okay that you can't, and that is exactly why you need to be rescued. That is exactly why you need faith. You need faith in your life to be able to really live your life to the fullest, personally and religiously, because of that fact that we truly can't know. And having Jesus Christ in your life is the only way to really give up that worry, and the only way to give up the feeling of uncertainty.
But it's just knowing what God's doing and what God's working in your life, and then being willing to share that with other people.
Evangelism isn't about throwing your faith at someone, constantly, and fire and brimstone, all that kind of stuff.
And I think once I realized that, it's definitely changed how I interact with people on a day-to-day basis.
And that faith is not something that can be figured out, or that can be explained completely, or something that I can gain a complete understanding about, but that is a relationship with God, and really a trust with Him to help you lead your life to the fullest that you can.
Conversations with other people that I knew were Christians, and then out of that we kind of started meeting together and talked about how we could impact our classmates.
And so I think you really get the environment where you can talk amongst yourselves and really get other people's opinions about something. So I think it gets you excited about God again, and it gets you excited about prayer. So those are my two things. It gets you excited about God and prayer.